Hey, hi everybody! Hi there, everybody. It's Jade and Flintworth. It's us. Well, yeah, that's him. And that's me. Hi, Diva. There she is. Hell yeah. Well, last time on Delightful Drawings, I drew a whole bunch of Sonic characters. So I thought I'd continue working on those today and maybe do some cleanup work on some of these guys and gals. And now that I'm looking at them after a couple weeks of not looking at them, I'm seeing tweaks that I can make and like adjustments that I can make to just make them look a little bit better. I think I was trying to rush through some of these, so I'll be adjusting like hands and the finer details of poses and things. So yeah, I'll be doing that or whatever else is happening. I've got some other like convention related stuff that I can work on too. But yeah, I just thought I'd start with this.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, as much as I am glad to hopefully have you all at home hear my voice, because apparently after going through all the trouble to get everything else set up, my mic was like, haha, no, you can't talk.
No.
Yeah.
Your mic said no. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, no talkie for Flint, apparently.
No talkie for Flinty.
Yeah. But yes, I am looking forward to all of this, and yeah, I can hear myself through your mic. I gotta go shut that door.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me do that. Brah.
If it isn't clear at home, we are still the working on the logistics with everything with all this. Yes,
oh my
hi.
Gosh, always working on logistics. Always working on logistics.
Yes, and I already see we got a nice full chat already with Bracken, Augment, Baka, and Phantom Ghoul. Hi guys, and
hi everybody. Hello. Yeah, I'm just we're just vibing today. And I'm just maybe starting some. What is this? I don't want this tab.
Yes, and apparently my mic was trying to remind me that I'm not supposed to talk at all. But yes, your line work.
Your mic really said shush. Like, why though?
Maybe because I was planning to at some point drop the fact that we're going to talk about your drawings, not to be Sonic the Hedgehog, not to be confused with like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic. Yeah. I did write Sonic over here, but you
did, yeah.
This is because listen, if the Sonic fandom is nothing if not irreverent.
Amen.
I know I am one of them. I know my audience well. We honestly, nothing is sacred in the Sonic fandom. Like and subscribe if you agree.
Yes, sorry, actually, please do say that. Yes, if you do like anything about tonight, yes, please follow us both on this channel, other social media. Please, we want more fans.
Oh my god.
And yeah, Bracken does agree. The Sonic fandom is nothing if not weird.
Weird, irreverent.
Yeah, we are being asked by good PG though. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, I'd say. My brain just short-circuited. Been a busy week, but good. I don't know what else to say about it. I guess it all kind of blends together after a bit. You draw, you work, you walk the dog sometimes. Actually, no, we haven't been able to because it's been so darn cold, and poor Tifa is sad.
So very sad.
Yeah, we've been trying to play inside with her though. So that's good. What happened here?
She's been such a trooper. Yeah, what has happened there? So you're trying to I see there work on Knuckles' gloves.
Yeah, I was, and then I was like, I was trying to do some refining to the sketch, but I don't know. The pencil is so tiny now because I made the drawing so big. So I might have to just make this pencil a little bit bigger, which is weird because usually I'm okay with like, there we go. Yeah. Usually I have a tinier pencil.
Enhance.
Zoom enhance. I also need to look up my reference pictures. The thing is about an artist, if you're not using reference pictures, like most artists, 90% of the time have some sort of reference picture available to them that they're looking at or using. It's totally normal to do it. Artists that don't use any references and draw everything by imagination are either very practiced in that particular subject or exceptional or savants or all of the above. So
like you.
It's totally, I'm not, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I can see you being a savant. I mean, you are amazing. You're the best artist I know.
Oh my God, that's not the point. No.
Yes,
I'm not
it
a
is.
savant. I'm not a savant.
You're so talented. Do you realize she has like 2 degrees? That's impressive.
A lot of this is just due to practice. Like too much practice.
She's breaking the matrix.
With this?
Yeah.
This is my handy dandy warp tool, which allows me to change shapes of things slightly. And I love it because it's great when I'm like, I've got a sketch and I like what I did, but like I just wish I had drawn it a little bit to the left or right or whatever.
Yeah.
The shape is weird and I can just, fix it. So yeah,
fair enough.
I'm gonna work on Knuckles first because he's my favorite and I'm not biased at all.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, but yeah, I'm also like refining what I was doing for.
Now, please refine away. We're here to watch you draw and comment and all that kind of stuff. Speaking of comments, we're getting some cool bangers here. Yeah. Well, PG responded back with, "I'm sorry, it's been so busy and cold. I'm glad things have been okay." Baka wrote in, "Knuckles, he doesn't chuckle." Boo. Ogban says references are our friends. And Bracken rounds it off with, "It was just cold enough a few days ago that the ramp leading into my house was iced over. And guess who didn't rise it until both feet were in the air and the butt planted so hard they bruised their tailbone."
Oh, Bracken, no!
Was it your wife, Bracken?
Was it, oh no. Was it you or was it your wife? Or your dad? Oh my God, was it your dad? Because your dad's a little older. I mean, he's a trooper, but is he all right? Like, is everything okay, dude? Like, are you guys good?
Yeah, it was indeed Bracken. It was indeed Bracken.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, that's still. Are you good? Are you okay? Like,
don't you know Brackens bounce? They're like bumbles.
Brackens bounce? Like, you mean like a ticker?
No, a bumble. From Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer special. Yeah,
speak to me of the Rudolph special. Do not speak to me of that.
Yeah, maybe
Rudolph
next Christmas. But let's see here. Yeah, Ahmed was going to kind of call you out, but we're getting on your favorite himbo first.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, no, she's totally biased.
I'm allowed, right? I can do that, I think. I think I'm allowed. No one's stopping me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I actually do really like the way that this sketch turned out, or is turning out, so I want to keep, doing that.
Foot. Look at that foot.
Do it some more. Yeah, this is, I know, I'm working on a shoe, but like, this is the part of my, this is usually why I don't sketch on stream, because I end up like, the way I approach line art is often like sculpture. So I start with like general gestures, and then I go back in and I like make little tiny micro adjustments and tweak things and erase and tweak and erase and tweak until it's like what I want it to be or close enough. And then I go and I do the lines to solidify what I have. But yeah, a lot of this is like me going back and like scratching and erasing and scratching and erasing and like kind of like, I think of it like sculpture, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I get that.
I don't know if I should, but
that makes sense.
I mean, I guess it makes everyone who sculpts is nodding. Everybody else is nodding but doesn't understand. Like,
well, clearly your fellow artist in chat, Og, is saying you're allowed you are allowed. We love Knuckles. Look at him, all in all caps.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I agree. I mean, look at that little goober. I mean, he's got the great upper body strength and the goofy eyes that look two different directions and the very tiny feet that would
he doesn't look in two
now.
different directions. And his feet aren't tiny, although I did do his feet a little bit small. That's true.
No, see, I brought up my own reference on my side. So we got like your Knuckles and Internet Knuckles here with his round body and his goofy grin.
This is the way, Knuckles. That one. You know the way. Why did I look at? Listen, the Sonic fandom is nothing if not irreverent.
I know. I was wondering how long it would take you to realize I was referring to Knuckles. Yeah, Bracken. Says Nas, but he doesn't understand. Uganda Knuckles are the Knuckles we would have gotten if Paramount had kept Ugly Sonic. You are not wrong, man. That is truly... Uganda Knuckles is truly the compatriot to Ugly Sonic.
Is you know that way.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I showed there a second ago.
Doughy. Yep. Anyway, that's
You know Doughy into my heart.
That's going away.
I need to see that timeline. Do we really need to see that timeline, Brock? I think we avoided that pretty narrowly.
What the version of the universe in which Doughy Knuckles is canon?
Well, where we got Ugly Sonic with Ugandan Knuckles.
Didn't Ugly Sonic make it into a movie? I think as a reference.
Yeah, and to the Chip and Dale live action one. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was there. Like he's canon somewhere. Just not in the Sonic universe right now. Like,
so
he exists.
I need to show you all something at home because Jade can't really comprehend the level of cute at my side.
Oh
my little partner. Yeah,
no.
she's falling asleep next to me on our messy couch.
Hey, Tifa.
Yeah. Look at that boot.
Not me making micro adjustments. This is the boring part of the process. At least in my mind, it's the more boring part to watch. Or maybe it's interesting if you like seeing the micro adjustments.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for, to see the micro adjustments.
Yeah. And now you see why it takes so gosh darn long for an artist to make something. Because look at this is a lot of stuff. Also, this probably needs to
I mean, you're not wrong, Bracken. We're practically done with the movie, but I'm not sure if we need to see it. I think if we did see it, we would have gotten the 2 sequels.
That's true. There would not have been 2 sequels.
And the mini TV series, and actually technically now the 4th sequel.
The 4th? Oh yeah, wait. Are they most definitely making?
Oh yeah, they already signed up to do number 4 before the 3rd one was released.
Okay, because I know sometimes they wait until they see what the box office, how it does before they decide.
I mean,
for sure.
The whole franchise itself has made $1 billion, so yes, they're totally making a 4th one.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a lot of money for a movie to do. So you're right. Oh my god. Yeah, this is me just futzing over whatever weird socks he's got. I
mean, are they his socks, or are they just attached to his feet? Are those his natural feet?
No, it's part of his shoes. But I don't know if I should call them socks or folded over the shoes. Because Sonic has socks that kind of fold down around the sides of his shoes. So does Tails. So that's my inclination, is to say that that's what that is. But
did Knuckles wear socks? Apparently he did, Bracken.
Knuckles is the kind of guy, though, that would wear shoes without socks. He would. I can see that as he's that kind of person who would do that. He also full fists grapes in the car with all the grapes going everywhere. So yeah, I know what he's about. I know we all know what he's about. Oh my god, these are gonna be a pain in the arse. But I'll do them.
Yeah, oh, here I found the article here on Variety, which is the news rag for Hollywood. But yeah, Silent Night the 4 in the works for 2027 release exclusive. Looks like with the studio anticipating in a spring 2027 release date for the latest entry in the family-friendly franchise. So yes, we're seeing more Sonic.
More Sonic for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that I live in the timeline where we have really good video game movies now. That's such a blessing.
I mean, that's the thing I wonder. Are we like in the point in time where... No Mario Blanket. Rowlet's fine. Rowlet can stay. But we're like in the timeline now where we had the whole like era of superhero movies. So I'm wondering if like it is now the time for video game movies. Like, is this all leading to some kind of Super Smash Brothers Endgame kind of deal?
Maybe? I don't know.
Super Smash Bros.
That's a good question.
Melee Wars.
Melee Wars? Super Smash Brothers Melee Wars?
Yeah, like, Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh, yeah. God, I hope not.
Super Smash Brothers 2.
Listen, I don't want the Death Battle of movies, please. I don't. I mean, Death Battle is fun, but I don't want it to be a
would it
movie
be Death
franchise.
Battle? It'd be like lead into this giant overarching story to go fight the Master Hand on screen.
Well, first of all, Nintendo would have to agree to something like that. Good luck. Secondly, no. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I do. I know they like money.
Okay, Mr. Krabs. You're right.
You were the one pre-show talking like Mr. Krabs in the kitchen.
That's just because I like making the funny voices.
Yeah, Brad was saying that's how you warm up.
Everyone's got vocal warm-ups, me included.
What do you mean, some good video game movies? I mean, we're getting to that point. Like, there was a ton of good comic book movies before we got to like the golden age of them. And yes,
Did you say the golden age of? Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say release the brackets as money in the last 2 are Nintendo's bread and butter. You were not wrong. You're not wrong. But you were gonna say there.
Would you say that the era of comic book movies is coming to a close? The golden era is over, making way for a different era?
Yeah, I think it's like, if there's nothing else, slowing down. I mean, there's a chance that the DCU with James Gunn behind the wheel can like revitalize it again, but I personally wouldn't be surprised if this is like kind of the cool down. I mean, like we see that all the time, man. Like back in the day, I was like big westerns, and then it was destroyed by like the rise of Star Wars and science fiction epics. With us growing up, we had a lot of like these kind of goofy action thrillers, leading into more of like, I don't want to say, what would we say the early 2000s would be? I think that might have been right around when the superhero movies became a big thing and accepted in pop culture.
Was it really that long ago, early 2000s?
I mean,
I don't really remember. I remember
true.
Into adulthood, like I think 2010s maybe. I want to say.
True.
Maybe.
Because remember, like the 2000s included like the X-Men films, which were kind of laid the foundation for a lot of these films.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, because Iron Man came out in 2008. I do remember that because that's when I started college, which
so then
doesn't
like,
age me at all.
Late 2010s? Late?
Well, because you think, 2008, we saw the release of not only Iron Man, but also The Incredible Hulk, which that was all connected. And then...
Wait, they came out the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They were that close together. Yeah. It was a great year for Robert Downey Jr. because that was like the same year that we had Iron Man, his cameo in The Hulk, followed by Tropic Thunder.
Oh my god, Tropic Thunder. Oh my god, Tropic Thunder. That was a very, very silly movie.
Yeah. But I do agree at both your bracket and Lotum's parts that Yeah, Marvel basically oversaturated their own market by releasing way too much, way too fast, with no real focus
Oh
to
my
it.
god. They did. That's, I think, yeah, I agree with that. Like, I'm personally suffering from superhero movie fatigue. At this point, it's almost like I want to watch the movies, like, but I'm so tired of them, and it's like, please, I don't want to watch them, like, at the same time. So, like, I've been meaning to watch Miss Marvel. I want to see Miss Marvel. I want to watch that TV series, but I'm just so, like, yeah.
Well, I know you kind of lost your steam after, like, Doctor Strange's multiverse of madness or whatever, which understand. Yeah, which I get.
Sorry.
But I do agree entirely, Bracken, with when it was just the movies, it was easy to keep up with, and once they started making 1,000 TV shows of various quality, and then they made some movies that should have been TV shows. Like, I still think The Eternals should have been a miniseries, not a movie. Way too much plot in 3 hours. My God.
Oh my God.
And then they didn't pick up like any of like the good stories. It felt like this kind of put a bunch out and expected something to stick. But there are so many now like plot lines that they started that they haven't like followed up on yet. I think, to my knowledge, this upcoming one with the Winter Soldier, not the Winter Soldier, the upcoming Captain America film is probably the first one where you start to see some of these stories continuing,
like resolving, or yeah. No, I agree. I'm actually, when we watched the trailer for it, I was like, I'm actually excited about a Marvel movie again. Like,
yeah,
it feels weird. I don't know why. Like,
I know my personal reason why.
Why?
I want to see the Incredible Ford. Come on, Harrison Ford as a Hulk.
Oh right, yes, because you're a big fan of his.
Of course, I'm a big fan of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to tell the class why you're a huge fan of Harrison Ford?
Because he's the first action hero I fell in love with as a kid. He's the reason why I got into filmmaking, broadcasting, and acting, because growing up I wanted to be Indiana Jones, and when I was told he was just an actor, I was like, fine, I'll be that instead. But no, I love Harrison Ford a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
And he seems to be making a habit of doing a lot of films just for the fun of it. Keep himself, I want to say busy, but just from being bored. Yeah, first crush. I mean, actually, my first crush did come from Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, Marion. Marion, I think, was a huge...
You were just telling me about that the other day. You were trying to find, like, the origin of your fictional crushes and, like, your preference and taste.
Yeah, because everyone has them.
And then we finally landed on Marion, which is great. Because don't we, like, when we first meet her, she's out drinking a Russian man, like, and that's the scene you meet her
Serbian,
on?
yeah, but yes.
Serbian, thank you, yes, that's the first, yeah.
Yeah, she's, it's her own bar, Marion Ravenwood, and my God, is she awesome.
Did you want to tell?
Well, no, because we're here to talk about you. This is your show. Like,
listen, I'm drawing, and if topics of conversation come up organically, I'm not about to stop them.
Fair enough.
And I'm asking.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Marion Ravenwood from Raiders. Okay, I forget who she's played by. I should know this, but bad with names.
You can look it up. You've got the whole world.
I know what I'm doing right now. I am filling up my searching in the background while I look into this.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Karen Allen, yeah. No, love her to death. Love her spunk. Love the fact that she's willing to go and throw punches, fights with Indy. Is put into like the damsel in distress situations, but finds her own ways to get out of it. Just love her to death. But she was very much like quintessential to developing my taste or type, so to speak. I mean, you got a strong-willed woman, smart, creative, brown hair, pretty eyes.
Hey, wait a minute.
Smucky. Yes, that's how I realized why she was the first, because she is basically you.
I can't outdrink a Serbian, though. I'm sorry.
No, but our first date, you were doubting him like you could.
I can't outdrink a Serbian.
Yeah. Anyway, about your Knuckles drawing here, Bracken writes in, what does one shoe look like it has a Lego brick glued to the top of it? Because that's what Knuckles' shoes look like. You never noticed?
Yeah.
Hold
on, let me get a picture of him.
I got you.
Oh yeah, pull the picture of his shoes. Well, I'm going off a reference, man.
Oh, Baka says not yet, Jade. But yeah, his shoes look like they have giant Lego metal bricks on them.
They kind of do. I don't know what that's about.
Maybe they're like metal plates bolted to his feet.
I guess so. I just don't know how it functions as like a fastener.
Like I said, they maybe are like literally bolted to his feet, like straight through the foot, through the bone.
Oh God, his feet. Oh no! Oh, I hate that. That's bad. I don't like that at all.
He's tough. Real bad. He can take it.
Yeah, but his feet. God, he's so stinky. Stinky feet.
I mean, have you ever seen him without his shoes?
No.
Exactly, or without the gloves off.
Then again, I haven't seen Sonic without his shoes either, or Tails.
Yeah. Not true. You have seen Sonic without his shoes on. In the movies, he does change shoes.
You're right. Wait, which one?
The first one.
He changes shoes in the first one?
Yeah. He gets it from what's his face's niece, because he runs his holes into his old shoes. And
that's right. That's how they explain why he has those shoes. They don't do it for the other characters though.
No, it's cute.
The other characters just get to have weird shoes, and it's okay. It's nobody's problem.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people in chat saying how they don't remember who their first fictional crush was, or they don't want to remember for the sake of their psyche. And I'm saying you're all cowards.
Yeah. No. Come on, y'all. Be brave. We're discussing ours. Be brave. Commiserate.
Yeah.
Find out what shaped you.
Bracken says, have you seen Kirby without his shoes? I've seen fan interpretations. Yeah. Terrifying.
I've seen interpretations. I don't know if they've actually done like a real Kirby without his shoes, like in real canon material. But I've seen fan interpretations of what they believe he would look like without shoes.
Yeah, I imagine like any of these characters without their shoes, it would be like kind of, discovering something on the level of like Eldritch horror abomination knowledge, where upon seeing their toesies, your mind just melts.
Yeah, that's kind of how I view some of this. Yeah, so I mean, definitely with Kirby, that's how I look at it. Like,
okay,
the Kirby's feet are not meant for mortal eyes. Just saying, they're not meant for mortal eyes.
Baka is saying, I'm not a coward, I literally just can't remember. Which is fair. I get to be a while to remember Marion as well. And frankly, this whole conversation came up in our social group because Jade and a few of other friends are always sharing like their various, favorite characters, who after a while you can see clear, types or just what's the word? A trend forming here. Like Jade loves her red-headed himbos.
I do. Red-headed himbos is like my type, apparently. Red-headed himbos with like a heart of gold, and possibly silly. Those are good. Yeah, those are pretty much. That pretty much is like solidifies it. But there's like a.
You don't have to bring up the character web. You don't have to bring up your character web.
You don't want me to bring up the Himbonado? You don't want me to...
Only if you want it to be known and shown on screen.
It's on Tumblr. Everybody can go see it.
Okay, I'll bring up your Tumblr and you can then describe it to us while you continue drawing this foot.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that because I can't see it and point at things. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a good job describing everything on it.
Let's see.
Are you actually bringing it up?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to like describe anything if I can't
see? You don't have to describe it. I'm just gonna go and let's talk about what we see on camera.
Okay.
Trying to get some hair dye, I guess, Flint. It's funny you mentioned it. During the pandemic, to cheer up some friends, I tried to dye my own hair, and my God, was it so bad.
It was very bad. Don't. He shouldn't do it again.
Yeah, I only got like certain parts of my hair, not the whole thing. So it was bad.
Yeah, he has a lot of thick hair. So it didn't quite work the way it was meant to. He probably should have gotten like more than one box.
Yeah.
Probably needed more like 2 boxes for his hair. So we just like, let it grow out and then cut it. That's fine.
I had the best pandemic hair.
The worst. It was terrible. I mean, you did start growing out your hair because of the pandemic.
Yeah, and I keep going back and forth whether I'm gonna, finally cut it.
I don't mind either way. I mean, it's your hair.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I kind of like having the choice to have different styles, and the ponytails can be fun. On the other hand, gets kind of poofy. I will say though, every time my uncle says, to get a haircut, I add 2 more months on to not getting one.
We just have to, if you want to cut your hair, you're going to have to avoid your uncle. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
Because he's going to tell you to get a haircut, you hippie.
Does
he say you're a hippie as well? Does he also say that?
Not yet, no. Lodum is asking, wait, is Flint a himbo?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I didn't want to confirm it.
No hesitation. Flint is very himbo.
Very. Which is fine. I'm considering the people I've seen in your web. I'm cool with being a part of this crowd. And my God, is this thing very deep.
Deep?
I'm going through your Tumblr right now.
Oh, you know what? Just let me...
You keep drawing. You keep drawing. Here they see you draw. Not
no, I'm opening it. We're going to
Found
have a discussion
it!
about this.
Found it!
Okay, great. Did you find the updated one or the original? Because there was an original, and then I'm like, I made updates and I added things to it.
Yeah, I got the big one here. So here is Jade's Himbo-nado. Everything from big old Jade in the middle. We got a little bit of Aladdin. And look, got Krunk up there. I'm not sure you can see Krunk. I can bring him down. Nope, I can't. But here is Jade's wall of shenanigans.
So there's my wall of shame, or whatever you want to call it. That basically encapsulates if I have a type, this is what it is. So yeah, we have no shame here. It's just the way it is.
A lot of fake characters, which I approve of.
Some
Louse.
Is it fate? Yeah, fate characters. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of Grahatia, and of course Knuckles.
Knuckles is on there. Yep. So this is totally absolutely normal.
Yes, she does have Iskander on there, which I highly approve of.
I do have Iskander on there. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Love Iskander.
Iskander's very good. Excellent character. 10 out of 10. Yeah. So I mean,
I wore his shirt during the charity stream last year. But go ahead, Jade.
You did. It was great, and it's all signed and everything. I gotta get you another one of those, a clean copy of that though. That's a fun shirt.
I need to figure out the next gaming gauntlet, but right now I figured I need to focus on us moving out of the apartment.
That's true. That is a big thing that's been taking up our time. Yep. And has been a very important feature of our lives. Yes.
I love how you have Kurama on here. I didn't really see him as a himbo, but I get you.
This is why I wanted to have the discussion, because it's a himbo-nado, but it's more like a it should probably be more like a Venn diagram, because and I have to fix it too.
Please explain your man-nado.
Yeah, listen. It probably should be more like a Venn diagram, nado, but. The way it is there's few qualifications to getting on the Himbo-nado at this point. And this is the level of introspection that I've done with it, which is way too much. I need different hobbies probably. But must be Himbo is on the list. If you're not a Himbo, you can still get on the list if you have red hair. And you can also still get on the list if you're I want to say stupid in some way, shape, or form.
Sorry, Jade. Lodum writes in Jade's hobbies: horny on main.
Oh no, that's not it. No, I was just noticing a pattern, and I had to analyze the pattern. Okay.
You just like to
get on.
You just like analyze.
I just like analyzing things. Yes, I do. I like analyzing things.
Especially when it's dad ass.
I went to college and I wrote essays that were like this thick on a regular basis. So it's built into my bloodstream to analyze shit. All right, I just and Flint will tell you that we go on walks and I talk like I'm writing an essay.
She lectures.
And I do. My dad is a professor. It's just what I do, okay? I can't do anything casually. I just have to full-fledged analysis. But anyway,
Jade's quantified unified theory of horny.
Listen, I'm just telling you, the whole point, to distill it, is that if you look at the various characters that you like and line them up in one place, you could probably find a pattern and then trace that back to the original character, like the first character that came into your life as like a catalyst character. This is my theory, okay? Which is why the Himbonedo is organized the way it is.
Okay, I'm going to let character... because you finished, but you're here, Professor Jade, to see you work on your current himbo in front of you.
I'm just going to keep drawing.
You get back to some... Yeah.
No, you're right. Hold on. I just gotta. I think I may have something with the eyes.
She's not beating the theory allegations.
I'm not beating theory allegations. Okay, all right. I'll stop. What did I do here? What did I do?
You drew.
I think I did. I am. I just was trying to. I was looking at it like, the heck did I do here? With his, like, eyebrows. He doesn't have eyebrows. He's got, like, this,
He's got eye lumps.
This is the brow, but he doesn't have, like, eyebrows like a human. So I have to draw them like this. And then maybe, like...
Yes, I agree. R.I.P. David Lynch. He and Wisconsin... legend Bob Uecker passed today.
Oh, really? Oh, Bob Uecker? Oh, my God. This is a sad day for Wisconsinites.
Well, and for people who really love, like, weird and quirky cinema, because, on the other hand, like David Lynch, that man, he's spawned so much stuff. Like, we would not have Gravity Falls if it wasn't for David Lynch's Twin Peaks. Like, he started that whole kind of like quirky supernatural genre up in the northwest Pacific region. That was all him, man.
That makes sense. I see that. Dang. Bummer, man.
Eraserhead. The Elephant Man. A lot of films that your dad has often gushed about.
Oh my gosh. My dad is a big film person.
Big film. He taught film.
It's true. He did. He taught linguistics and film studies. Wait.
In China, no less.
In China, yeah, he did. He taught English linguistics in China and film studies in China. For, I want to say, over 10 years at least. I don't even know how many. It's a lot of years. So cool. Less than 30, more than 10. I think. Oh, whoa, what? What's that? No.
Well, I suppose we could look into doing a graveyard gushed about him.
What are we doing a graveyard gush about?
Baca is I think suggested in a graveyard gushed about David Lynch at some point, which I do like the idea of.
On creators and their works.
No, but I was gonna say more. Currently, though, we are looking to. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, looking into doing the Wolfman next Monday.
The Wolfman. That's right. You're gonna go see that. Tomorrow, I want to say.
Gonna try to see it in the theaters.
Try to see it tomorrow to prepare.
That is Also true, though. A good question there. Is it poor taste or graveyard gush a recently dead person?
I don't think it is in the sense that it's like a memorial almost. Like, let's remember all the cool stuff that this guy did. I don't think that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I guess if people know the context of why we're gushing, then they should hopefully be fine.
Yeah, I mean it's like we're trying to remember this person, especially since like he's created a lot of stuff that like influenced you too, Flint. Like you said, it influenced genres that you like, and like it's relevant to what you are interested in and what you want to talk about. So I don't see why it would be bad. Like, if we're worried about monetization, we don't make any money off of this channel, like, at least not yet. So it's more about, like, talking about the things we want to talk about and, doing the things we want to do and talking to the people that want to be here for that. I think. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet and keep drawing.
The slide cleanup, it is looking nice. I can see the lines being all cleansed.
Thank you. You can kind of see where like I'm sculpting and like creating a more refined piece.
Indeed.
Yeah. But yes. I don't know why I jumped from shoes to head and like ignored everything in between. But I will get to it.
Maybe you're just trying to go through the whole process of head and shoulders, knees, and toes.
Maybe. I mean, I'm do this part now, I guess. Let me just.
Gotta get that thick neck.
Well, he doesn't really have a neck. It's kind of just head attached to I want to say like shoulders and chest. Mm-hmm. They don't really have necks. Like none of them really do. Like they're just sort of like bobbleheads attached.
Yeah, neck optional.
Neck optional, yeah, I think. I'm looking at all the characters and they don't have necks. It's part of the style, I think, that they just don't have proper necks. They just kind of like the Crim, no neck.
Oh, from Rocky Horror.
Yeah, from Rocky Horror. That's definitely an inside joke. Sorry.
No, it's not. I mean, like I can bring him up pretty damn easily if I need to. Yeah, for those who don't get out to see niche theater shenanigans, she's referring to the narrator from Rocky Horror Picture Show, who indeed, because of how tight his collar is, looks like he has no neck.
Oh my god, his collar is way too tight. Who did this to him? Honestly.
He did it himself, and he likes it.
He did it to himself? It wasn't the costume department? He just did that to himself on purpose?
I don't know. I lied about the costumer. Maybe. Have we played the Dead Space remake? We have not yet. I want to, though.
Ooh. What system is that for? Is that for...
a lot of things.
Okay, so we might be able to play it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah, because a lot of the...
I'm looking to bring in next week would be a Poppy Playtime.
Oh boy, Poppy's playtime.
Because when I dropped the name of it, you were like, you made that noise. It's like, okay, it's a good sign. We've not had you scream on stream in a while.
Man, no.
Yeah.
You please have mercy on me, the Jade.
Ooh. So it looks like they got a PS5 and the shop has a copy. So we hook that up. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, neat. You're selling a PS5. I'm assuming that's Lodum who wrote that in. So somebody's trying to sell their PS5. I see.
Mm-hmm. I think this. Yeah, my computer could play it. I just gotta buy a copy at some point.
Gotta get a copy. Yeah.
Let's see. It'd be scary if it was called Poopy Playtime. A Tale of Pink Women and Purple Cats. Yeah. Well, I figure with like Chapter 4 out, it'd be a good time to finally get into the swing of that internet craze.
Yeah, it seems like people are more interested in Poppy Playtime now than they are in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh no, they're into both.
Is it the same people that like Five Nights at Freddy's that like Poppy Playtime? Like, is that the same kind of?
I would not assume, but I would not be surprised.
Oh well, in that case, I'm asking chat if you guys know, guys and gals out there who do. If it's the same people, like, if you like Five Nights, do you also like Poppy Playtime? Generally, is that like a trend, like a thing?
I know for me, I just like indie horror.
How do you do, fellow kids? Sorry, you were saying, Flint?
I was just saying, I just like indie horror.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I'm saying like they like both personally, and I same.
That's like, fair. That's totally fair.
It reminds me of being back in college, playing Amnesia for the first time, and it just like I like how those stories often maybe carbon copied in terms of like, you know, what they're inspired by, but in the mechanics of the game world itself, it always seems so kind of fresh and new. In that, like, you're not sure what to expect when you go behind certain doors. Kind of like how we played last year. Choo Choo Charles.
Oh, was that last year? Wow.
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Hey, so it's been about an hour, and I'm still not done refining Knuckles.
Actually, no, it's been about 46 minutes.
Oh, okay, well, I'm still not done refining Knuckles. So this is just to tell you, I'm not doing this more slowly than I normally would. This is the actual speed at which I do do this.
Do you need incentive?
No, I'm saying this so that to bring up the point that like this takes time, like that these things take time. That's all. That's what. Okay. Anyway, continuing. Why were you going to incentivize something? Like...
You move down, John, faster, or the canopy gets turned into frog-legged dinner.
Don't.
Draw faster!
No! Don't hurt him. Close that door! Or it will reverb. This guy... Man, this guy, no. How dare he? Oh, I think I hear a dog out there. Or is that Tifa? Is that Tifa? Is Tifa barking? Flint, I can't hear you. Are you back? Oh no.
Draw
No! What are you doing?
You should draw faster or the corgi gets a bath!
It's already sad as it is. Look at her. Look at that sad face. Look at that sad face and tell me you
Draw faster!
Okay, I am! Stop interrupting me and maybe I will! Oh my god. Oh, good grief. Goodness gracious!
Hoopa!
There he is. Okay. I hear him now.
Is Tifa a dog?
Yes. Tifa.
Lodom's wondering, what if Flint takes his shirt off?
No! Do not take your shirt off on stream. That's not that kind of stream.
I think if you finally hunt her 3 more times, she might go 5% faster. Well, you heard it from here, folks. I better go and do it a few more times.
No, God, no.
Tifa is indeed just a loaf of bread.
Yes.
All is missing is the jam.
Don't eat my dog. What did I say? Don't eat my dog.
Then draw faster.
I am drawing faster. Drawing faster than you.
This is true. Looks marvelous, though.
Thank you.
So as a kid, how long would this have taken you to get to, have gotten to this point?
Good question. I mean, I think it might have taken a similar amount of time. but I don't know if the result would have been as good.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, it's like you kind of improve as you go, and different things will take you more time or less. Like for instance, I usually end up spending an hour on hands, just hands, like depending on the difficulty of the hand pose. If I don't outright like take a picture of my hand and then just trace the picture I've taken of my hand, like I usually do that if like I just can't figure it out otherwise. And I'm like, that's it. I just need to do this. So it depends. But I think, the time that it takes doesn't necessarily longer or shorter. It's the result, I guess, that's different, and what you can draw, the complexity of things. I don't think I would have been able to draw something like this in as quickly as I could do it. Maybe it wouldn't look as nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. You can already tell, like, it's almost ready for line art.
Yeah.
Like, you see the complete difference from where I started. There's still some areas, of course, that I need to work on, but there it is. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. That's good. Saving.
Yes. Go do save, and drink water, or was that soda? You're drinking soda.
I'm drinking soda so I can stay awake.
You're telling me the excitement of doing this show is not enough to keep you alive and awake?
I'm very eepy, and I haven't slept well for like 3 days.
Fair enough.
Please, have mercy on my soul.
Never!
I'm an eepy Jade. I'm an extreme eepy baby. Such an eep. I cry.
We should send Jade to space, and why? Make her play JRPGs for our own amusement, but why space?
I don't know. Why am I being sent to space? For what reason? What did I do?
I don't know. Apparently they want to send you to space for their enjoyment.
They just want to see me suffer. Those jerks.
Ooh, so those 3 lines there.
Those meanies. They just want to see me suffer. No.
Because you can call it an MS3TK homage, so I want to go in Mystery Science Theater into space to play RPGs. Well, would they have to be like bad RPGs? Yeah,
they would. If it was a Mystery Science Theater thing, they'd have to be terrible. They'd have to be the worst RPGs. We'd have to be sent to them by some sort of villain wannabe who explains what the RPG is supposed to be about every single time we play one. Yes, and yes, I did bring up my my symmetry tool.
Oh, because that's what that is. Cool.
Yep, that's what it is. I mean, I don't use it all the time. It saves me some work and helps make sure that the thing I'm doing is symmetrical more easily. It's a tool. I'm still drawing, but it just mirrors what I'm doing on the other side. So whatever I'm doing, it repeats on the other side.
Let's see. Lodem writes it's not a crime officer. It's an homage. It's very funny, which is a good way to put it. Bracken's also volunteering to be said villain, so you should be careful what you throw out there.
No, you're gonna send me really bad RPGs, Bracken. Actually, now that I think about it, just out of curiosity, does anybody have any bad RPGs they'd recommend to me in this scenario? Like, if you were a villain and had to send me the worst RPG to play, which one would it be and why?
Ooh.
Send me your bad RPGs.
Ooh.
Send them over.
I usually don't get too far into bad RPGs. We have to send her really sad ones, not bad ones. Ooh, that's a good point.
No, I said bad as in B, with a B. You're not sending me sad ones that will make me cry. I'll kill you. No, I won't.
Honestly, I think the sad ones would be more torture for her. So if we get to torture her, that's what I would do. Oh, this is a Doppler effect.
Oh, from the car horn outside?
Yeah. Baka wants to know, do you use Pure Ref at all?
What, Pure Ref?
Yeah, I guess it's a service that helps to give you references for your drawings.
Oh, it sounds familiar. Let me just a sec.
I would take that as a no then, Baka.
Oh, it's like a organizer for keeping track of my images. I don't, but I probably could. It's pretty cool actually. It's at first I thought car horn.
Are we good?
Okay. Is it done? Are we done?
I guess we'll find out.
Anyway, no, this is useful. This is a good organizational tool. For those who don't know, I'm just looking it up now. It looks like PureRef is a site that allows you to place images that you have on a canvas or like a screen and organize them in a certain way so that you can like look at them all at once or have them in a certain order so you can just like examine them as opposed to like tabbing through a bunch of windows or something. So it's a useful tool. I don't use it, but I think I might in the future. This is pretty cool looking. Thank you for that recommendation. Let's try it again.
This might be a good time to say, hey, today's stream is sponsored by... I wish.
It's not. No, we don't have any sponsors. I don't think we have sponsors.
Technically we do. We have, our Patreons.
You're right, we do.
We do. So thank you, Lodum and Wally and Asura for getting and Moody. You guys are cool.
Yeah, we have a few sponsors, and they're cool people. Thank you, guys and gals, for sponsoring.
Lodum was pointing out with you, like, in response to the sending you sad RPGs with you threatening, I'll kill you. He points out, that's why you're in space.
Because I will. Is that I can't, right?
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. I'm just stuck.
Jade's mind breaking between the end of Final Fantasy X and the beginning of Final Fantasy X Part 2 would be an amazing experience. Now I'm intrigued.
Please. Why do people want to traumatize me? Come on!
Because you're dramatic!
Man, people just don't want to see me happy, do they? They just want me to suffer. Damn.
Welcome to being an online artist, baby.
Damn. People just want to see you suffer. Frick.
Because it's art, he said.
It's entertaining. People suffering as entertainment. The state of the industry and capitalism. Also, this foot is wrong. The foot is wrong. Hold on.
How is it wrong?
I need to fix it.
What's wrong about it?
Nothing.
It looks like a foot to me.
I don't know. No, it's still not right. Again, it's micro adjustments.
I heard those could get added
really
up.
is.
I mean, didn't they outlaw microtransactions?
No.
Trying to get that 5-star adjustment.
I'm going to ignore that and keep working. I'm just gonna keep working. All right, I need to do this hand holding the coffee mug. Shoot. Oh my god. It's got those spikes pointing outward, like, directly. And it's also got the mug itself, or the pot, is like partially obscuring the hand, but not entirely. So this part is slightly tricky, but it's okay. I got this.
Let's see. Are you done, or like rough draft done?
Me? What are you talking about? This is.
Well, that's what Lodum is asking here.
No. After this, I have to do line art. And coloring.
Oh, sorry. I should have run up a little bit up higher into the stream. Phantom is saying, by the way, they finally are done with their script to send into the writing job they want. That's cool. Congrats, man.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Or script. Very cool.
Lodum wrote in all caps, I am talking to Phantom Ghoul, Flint. Way to follow the conversation, you himbo.
Oh my god.
That's my best friend, folks.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true. They are best friends.
I've known him for about almost 20 years now, unfortunately.
Oh my god, don't be mean.
I'll be mean. He's mean to me all the time.
Don't be mean to your best friend. Best friend.
I did not ever get a chance to play the legally distinct Bloodborne cart game, though I want to. And one of these days, you know what, Baka, I know you joke like, oh, this Texas Chainsaw Massacre video is sponsored by Manscaped. I mean, at this point, I would love to have any kind of sponsors because that would help, pay bills and make more videos. Like, I'll talk about Manscaped, bring out Clash of Clans, or, gosh, what else do you see all the time? That food.
League of Legends.
Blue Apron. Yeah, League of...
Genshin Impact, League of Legends.
Should get it, yeah.
What's that? There's BetterHelp. There's
Squarespace.
There's Raycon earbuds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, imagine all the free earbuds. That'd be cool. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah.
Raid Shadow. That's right. Raid Shadow Legends. Correctamundo.
Started this channel like almost 4 years ago, and have not gotten to do any of those, classic line reads.
I mean, once we hit like
1,000,
1,000,
we've been at like hovering around the 930 mark since, gosh, like September.
Your first 1,000 is always your hardest, I guess.
Oh,
apparently,
gosh.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know crap about this. I'm just here. I'm just vibing.
Yeah. No. I think it's a good time once again to say, hey, thank you to all those at home who do tune into these streams, because I think because of going mostly streams the last few months, hasn't, for some reason, the almighty algorithm doesn't seem like to push my stuff too much, nor do people really seem to like it too much, so it's hard to get extra views. So the fact you guys keep coming back again and again does mean a lot.
We also like your company.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my point. Like, without you here, there is no show. You can't do a show without an audience, is what I'm trying to say here. So
that's true.
We love you for being our audience and being friends, and for yeah, giving us someone to serve,
someone to entertain.
Time to start appealing to the lowest common denominator. I mean, this is gonna be so bad. I mean, going back to FNAF videos? No, that's mean.
That's mean.
That is mean.
That's mean.
No, I did enjoy doing the FNAF videos, though. I did get burnt down in those 2 years ago.
I mean, it's because you did so many. You're like, I want to do something else. It's not because you don't like FNAF. It's just because you just did so many, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and it got kind of disheartening after a while. Like, you would put all the time into the FNAF videos, and we'd do great stuff. I would then switch to other things just for a change of pace, and they get barely viewed, and then I would have like these streams get more views than the videos I'd spend literally a month and a half on. So, the joys of trying to be a YouTuber. Woo!
No, but that's funny as an artist too. Like, I'll spend like a month on a piece. One of my favorite pieces that I've ever done, I spent a whole month on, and it's one of the pieces that gets the least attention out of anything that I've ever done.
Woo! That was fun.
But the sheer size of this piece, the number of layers, colors, time that it took to make it, I'm like, it's like one of my magnum opus at this point. But people love rise, eat, scream, repeat. But that's just the way it is as an artist. Is like what you get what gets attention isn't always what you like.
I need to bring up those pieces because I think which ones you're talking about. But while I'm doing that,
which one do you think that piece is that I'm talking about? Like, yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He knew.
But I'm loving some of these comments we're getting here. Yeah, Flint has to start wearing low cut tops and sit in an inflatable pool.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. Phantom Ghoul is saying that they're so grateful for us. We're very grateful for you.
Aw, thank you.
Got up that sex appeal. Bracken writes the great story. You need to listen to this story. Bracken writes, there was a Chinese streamer I used to watch that talked a lot of trash on Raid, but would always follow his rants with, unless they pay me, then it's the best game ever. And then, true to his word, they eventually sponsored him, and for a week, it was the greatest game ever made. Which I think is just
honestly, baby.
But as far as like trying to like up my sex appeal, I mean, why do you think I started to bring on this lovely creature right here? Look at that lovely like beauty right there compared to this. Her. This.
Are you? What?
Her. This.
Who? What are you talking about? Like,
I'm saying you're prettier than me.
Oh, I can't see what you're doing.
I know, which is half the joke, so people at home can see it and you can't. So,
oh my god.
No.
No, I came on because I wanted to help and it's fun.
Yeah. The knuckle spikes go higher up on the hand. I think they'd be pointed away if they're supposed to be at the knuckles above the fingers. Is what
I'm trying to.
I think she's trying to get there, little.
I'm getting there. I'm trying to get the shape. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Is there a bigger version of this somewhere?
This is what this tweaking is about. It's just like, is this okay. Just comparing it to what I've done.
Okay, here we go. So Jade referred earlier about how she worked hours and hours in one piece, and another ended up being like a bigger hit per se. Well, she's referring, of course, to this piece she did of a boss from Final Fantasy XIV. This wonderful, awesome Endsinger banner almost. This thing is like almost close to 3.5 feet wide, about 1.5 feet tall, and it is just filled with details. It is gorgeous. Yes, it looks kind of creepy, but it's just full of awesome, cool stuff. And at the con, at our first debut last year at Fan Expo Cleveland, the one that sold out more than this, the one that got all the attention, this little guy right here. Mm-hmm. Eat, rise, eat, scream, repeat.
Yep. It's how it be, It's how it is. Is it artiste?
Yeah. Yes, Bucket, it does have very strong be not afraid vibes. And yes, it is a pretty freaking dope. Even if you haven't played the game, it is an awesome, wild piece. I could see it being on the side of some kind of classic 70s van, if you know the reference.
Man, that boss fight did things to me though. I went through it.
I don't want to say too much just for the sake of spoilers, but what we'll say is what I kind of love since then is that this piece has actually been reviewed a whole lot better. It's been bringing people in. Where at cons, we always see people kind of pointing up and talking about it, and the Rise, Eat, Scream, Repeat has kind of gone, not like the way of the dodo in terms of popularity, but it's not nearly as popular as it once was. So it's balance, which is returning to the art ecosystem.
That's true. That's also true.
Yeah, Baka, that's where we kind of figured that people do indeed like their memes, and I would love to grab a What Would Godzilla Do poster. That does sound like my cup of tea.
I probably should make one of those. Thanks for the idea. I'm stealing it. I joke, but also I'm not joking.
Another one I'm really surprised hasn't gotten as much sales as we have expected, because people are all the time coming to go check it out. Is this one that she did a bit ago?
Is it the Anya piece?
Anya piece, yeah. This lovely one.
Yeah, that is my most popular piece on Tumblr. But people look at it all the time, and then they just walk by. They're like, oh, and they leave, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, come back. I mean, it's adorable. It's inspired by Anastasia, and the fact alone that you have her in a dress that actually does show up in the manga is like, come on, it's so pretty and cute.
Yeah, it's never the pieces you think it's gonna be. Like,
yeah,
I've been trying to get it, like, get a feel for what people will like and like predict, like, not like just to make pieces that are popular, but like the reality is, as somebody that like sells art for part of a living or is trying to learn how to do that, I do have to know what people want to buy. Like, it's part of the thing. So, yeah, I need to know what people want, and so I have to try to guess, and I don't always get it right, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're getting close though. I mean, we've gotten better. Like hell, all of her pieces from her My Hero Academia line are all kinds of popular. These are just so cute. Also, I think it's a good time to plug that all of these are currently for sale off of her site, which you can find down below in the description if you like any of these.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should probably be plugging my own art. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, well, I got you, babe. I got you.
Why? Thank you. Oh, should we also mention that I'm at a convention?
You're indeed at a convention.
I'm going to another first convention of the year. Technically, it's just a one-day thing. It's Milwaukee Anime Fest.
I'll get you
this Saturday.
I'll get the picture stuff for you.
4 Points Airport Hotel at Milwaukee. So we're just gonna drive down, and yeah, just for a day. I think the voice actor for Goku and the voice actress for Frieza are gonna be there, which is kind of cool that they're gonna be there. Honestly. The voice actress for Frieza also played Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
So you're referring to Linda Young and Peter Clemis.
Yes.
I love his like voice credits on the site. Is DBZ is Goku and Eden and Eddie, like nothing else. I mean,
that's all you need.
Really, yeah.
I'm sorry for the typing. I'm just gonna look up Linda Young real quick as well. She was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Really?
What? Yes! I just looked it up on IMDb and I'm like...
Well, that explains why she's going to be at this con.
You're like, why is she at this tiny one-day convention if she's done these big roles? She probably has family here, and she's like, oh, that's easy. I'll just stay with family while I'm in town. Wow. She's also done a Chainsaw Man, the Zombie Devil.
Yep, Zombie Devil.
One Piece.
Attack on Titan. Dragon Balls.
My Hero Academia. Fruits Basket. Fairy Tail. Man,
she's one of my personal favorites, Sakura Quest.
Yu Hakusho. Yep, Genkai. Let's see. Attack on Titan. Mm-hmm. I'm just reading. There's Sakura Quest.
Yeah.
She's in Sakura.
Yeah.
What?
Remember, I told you about this.
How did I never remember this? Oh, she's got a bunch of Dragon Ball Z, of course. Oh, I just don't remember everything. Oh, Full Alchemist Brotherhood. There's a whole bunch. Oh my god, half of it's Dragon
I see you,
Ball
A the Ant. You're okay, buddy. We've just been distracted.
What? Am I supposed to be drawing? Yeah.
You're getting distracted again, yeah.
Yeah. She gets to play Gen. See, that's the thing. I have to figure out. I have to get something for her to sign with Genkai on it.
She'll probably have prints.
Anyway. Oh, Genkai?
Yes.
If not, I can always just draw something.
I was going to say, you'd be surprised the number of prints people have.
Hey, guess what time it is? It's line art time. Actually, no, I lied.
Boo.
It's not line art time. Because this leg is driving me crazy. Hold on. Yeah, that's the right leg. I gotta fix this leg.
I can assure you, at the end at home, your messages are getting through. It's muffin time! I do love those animations.
Muffin time? Oops. Whoa, what'd I do?
Yeah, I like Trains guy, or the turtle button.
Yeah. I remember now. I think that's the problem. Everyone's like, "What's wrong with it?" And I'm like, "I know." And then I just like changed 2 lines.
Yeah, exactly. ASDF movie. Love that stuff.
I like trains. Yeah, somebody died. Okay. All right, now it's line art. So yeah, you guys watched me for 1.5 hours refine one character, and now I'm gonna do line
hour
art.
15, but yes.
Yep. But see, that's this part I would say is the most time consuming, and probably the part where I'm doing the most like thinking. The rest of it is not quite as.
Apparently, I guess, Peter also
taxing?
did Master Roshi, which I think is funny.
Oh, hell yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. Let's see here. A few things I wanted to bring up from earlier. Baka writes in, which Goji or Godzilla are you going to use if you're going to go with, like, what would Godzilla do? You saying the Heisei and Monsterverse seem to be the most iconic ones. Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm a sucker for Monsterverse. I like my Godzilla looking like a giant bear.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
I do know you really like the Space Godzilla design, though you've not seen the movie yet.
I mean, I like Space Godzilla, but like
those big shoulder pads.
He looks like a villain, so I think I'm just gonna go with your standard, very bear Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's iconic, and I think it's my favorite of the designs. Godzilla, because Godzilla looks fearsome, but he also looks kind of cuddly at the same time, which is important for his character as somebody who is not necessarily antagonistic to humanity. So he's like a good guy, but...
Good intuition on Space Godzilla, so apparently he is indeed a villain.
Yep.
Baka writes.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yep.
Phantom also wanted me to express that he says, "Thank you guys for listening to me babble. As you may be able to tell, I'm excited, nervous, and so many other things, so my apologies if I sound like a broken record. No, as always, you're good. You're fine. We're all broken records here."
Yeah, you are just fine. And honestly, I can't wait to hear more. So yeah, let us know how that goes. Let us know what happens on that front. I'm excited to hear the news. Hopefully good news. Let's see. Yeah. As you can tell, it's a time-consuming process for me. God, this is just reminding me, every time I do this, I think about the fact that it took me so many years to learn how to do this. This is all the result of hours and hours and days and months and years of just practice. So much practice just to be able to do this.
Sorry, Baka wrote in PG. They dealt with all of my Yu-Gi-Oh BS. I'm sure you were refreshing in comparison. Oh, come on.
Oh my god. Okay, listen, I may not know exactly what's going on, but I want to hear it anyway. How else am I supposed to learn how this works unless somebody talks to me about it?
Please share your special interests. Otherwise, we're kind of like reaching for things to talk about.
We don't have to be reaching for things to talk about, but I do like to hear about what other people are doing, and what they like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure if you're being serious there at the end, or you just want to hear Jade go off on her own like special. I don't want to call it interest, but central aggression. Hey, what is Jade's opinion on AI being used for art, not as a replacement, but as a tool?
As a tool. We already do, actually. There are already AIs that are used in art processes. on the regular basis. Like, if you've ever seen the movie Klaus, for instance, which won awards, by the way, for being a 3D, was it a 2D movie that looked 3D or 3D? Whatever. Anyway, the point is one of the AIs that they used was an AI that did kind of like line smearing for movement in animation. So you would draw one line in one place. Hold on, I'm just gonna real quick. So as an example, let's say you want to move, this is line place A, and you want to move it to wiggle over here to B. And they created an AI that would create a smooth movement from A to B. And this would be a starting point so that the animator wouldn't have to draw every single line in between to get from point A to point B. So the AI would do this part, kind of working on the in-betweens, and then a real person would go back and take a look at the line flow and make adjustments and change pacing. So it's kind of like a fill tool in a way. Like, say like we have a tool like this. There's a circle, and I want to put blue in this circle. I have a paint bucket tool that allows me to do that, right? But let's say I don't want that circle to be entirely blue. Like maybe I want some edges here, or I want like other things. I can make adjustments, whatever. But the tool is there to help me with the process. A tablet is a tool. The paint bucket is a tool. That line smoothing feature or program is a tool. The important thing is that it's like, I don't know, like this pen is a tool. It is not making the art itself. The artist is using it to create. And AI image generators, that's not what that is. AI image generators take from a pool of data of pieces that artists have already made and kind of Frankenstein together another piece based on prompts and queries and keywords, and try to reinterpret those puzzle pieces and splice something together that they think you're going to want. Which is, I mean, it's... If people weren't trying to replace professional artists with it or claim work as they made this with their own hands, or basically make artists obsolete through it, it would just be like almost harmless. Also, if it didn't take so much processing power to do, which it does. So that's a different thing. There's a lot of problems with that kind of AI art. But as a tool, we actually do already use it. And there's many ways in which we can use AI for that. Generative AI generally doesn't seem to fulfill those requirements of, especially being ethical, because a lot of artists that get, it's called data scraping, get scraped. It's without their consent, or sometimes they're already dead and they can't consent. And it hasn't got into public domain necessarily, so it's not free for use. People are just, taking it without it being theirs. And the main issue is people are trying to make money off of it, or say, well, I don't need to hire an artist for this job if I can just generate the art, when really they stole somebody's art to generate it. So yeah, I think art as a tool is our AI as a tool is good and possible, and currently we use it. Just not in the way people are currently thinking about AI. And when you say AI art, people are generally thinking about generative AI. They're not thinking about like the line tool that I'm talking about, or things that sound not nearly as flashy or exciting, right? But still useful and important for streamlining the process, and for helping an artist achieve things that they're going to do. I think there's a video somewhere on how Klaus did that, used that tool. Those are important tools that we can definitely make more use of and refine to help us, because, gosh, animators work really hard to do what they do, and it's a very time-intensive and laborious process just to animate something small. So anything that we can do to make make it a little bit easier, especially with the demand for animation increasing, and conditions for animators not necessarily getting better. Those things are helpful. Okay, all right. I think I said a bunch there. Said a lot. But yeah, Avian asked for, it was requested, so I said a lot of things. I will yield the floor. I yield my time, I guess. I don't know. I'd continue to draw because that got me stopped drawing. Sorry.
How dare you? You, right. The host of your own show, stop to talk about an important
stuff. I guess the important thing is, as a tool, like if it's replacing the artist and it doesn't require the artist's present to be functional, then it's questionable. But if it's something the artist is using, like a pen or a pencil, that's different. That's what the tool is. Like a tool is something that you physically have to hold or use. Like when you think of a tool, you think of something like a hammer or a wrench, right? Like the hammer or the wrench can't build a house, right? They're tools to build the house with and make the process easier. And the person wielding them has to know how to use them for it to work. So if you just think of it like that, that's the same way we want to look at anything AI related for building or creating. Anyway,
well,
I said I would jump off my soapbox and I jumped back on.
Well, we did enjoy your TED Talk there, and Ady Ant does thank you for your amazing response.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, of course. I try.
Yeah, and Nightshade is the poisoning tool. I think I have heard that used before to help poison the AIs out there to make sure it's
there's
not
Nightshade
stolen.
And there's another one. I can't remember. Nightshade come up with a second thing. Shoot. Can't remember. Yeah, and actually how that works is that it creates like a subtle layer of noise that is imperceptible to the human eye, but AI, it clogs the AI's generation abilities because it adds that noise to whatever image it makes. Mm-hmm. So then all your images come out grainy and nonsensical, which I think is really clever that somebody figured that out. But we also are having a problem with AI generative art where so much data has been scraped that we're reaching the end of the data pool. And AI is starting to generate art from AI images, and it's having a feedback loop.
Yeah.
That is, it's what's the serpent that ate its tail? It's doing that.
Ouroboros?
The Ouroboros thing, yeah, it's Ouroboros thing, which
I know
kind of like a little Schadenfreude there for me. That's another problem with AI generative art, is that it will Ouroboros because it can't come up with an original thing. It has to take stuff from somewhere else. Whereas humans can just make shit. We just do that. Yeah. Anyway, I keep drawing now.
Yeah.
I draw now.
Yeah, you go draw now.
I draw now. Thank you. I draw more. Mm-hmm. I draw more. Yes. But yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess if you want to learn about the subject, you might as well ask somebody who knows about the subject, right?
Yeah.
That's me.
Eldritch horror hands. Yeah, some of those things are just nasty. I didn't even realize this until it was brought up. I want to say some more news. Did a whole thing about AI art with how I think Coca-Cola actually put out on television to a mass audience a commercial using computer-generated images.
I heard about this. Go on, though.
Yeah, I didn't get much into their segment on it, but it was kind of uncanny, the images they had there. It was kind of creepy at times, too, and there's so much being used now to try to go into the video side of things that has real, no life to it. It's uncanny in terms of, the scaling of some things. Yes, and Pepsi followed suit. Goddamn soda companies.
Well, I mean, they had to be competitive. But the funny thing about that is if you look at images from the commercial, it's immediately apparent if you just look at any
The
sign.
ad says Coca-Cola had the gall to include the message, real magic. What about AI music? I mean, I think
also bad.
I think any time when you have an artificial intelligence, like
it's generative artificial intelligence.
Generative, it's a good detail because I wanted to bring up one thing because this reminds me of a short from Love, Death, and Robots about effectively a artist who is like famous throughout the galaxy. They have done art on like almost global scale. It's always like this one hue of blue, and they announced that they're going to be retiring from their trade, and they had this big performance where they go and like dive into a pool, and they reveal that hey, their body isn't actually a robotic. It's not human. It's actually robotic components, and effectively, it's revealed that this artist, based on just modifications they did on himself, and just over time, was at one point simply just a pool cleaning robot, and it was kind of going back to the basics and all that. And it was just interesting how like this machine became self-aware, kind of snowballed to the point it was even unrecognizable between being a living creature and a machine. Which I think, you know, if this AI can actually, learn, that'd be cool. But I know a lot of it's just like really kind of like paint by numbers, quite literally. It just goes and scans the image and tries to put things back into place roughly where I think it fits. It's not actually making
I love to use the term Frankensteining for it because that's what it feels like. I'm going to take this from that image and take this from that image. That's the best description I can think of, because that also brings apart like how unnatural it ends up being, and how like grotesque it can be when you're taking like, I'm going to take a piece of Van Gogh, and then I'm going to take a piece of Monet, and I'm going to take a piece of, and I'm just going to put it together and then say, I made this. That's a collage, man. If you do it like that's not. Anyway, but yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have seen people use AI art for, like, in online games I played in where they use it to make their own little quick avatars or profile pictures, and I always feel like odd about it because I'm not too much different when we really think about it, because I go online, go to Google, type in, wizard, red hair, and I borrow that because it's not for profit, it's just for an example or something. And I mean, what's like the real difference between someone who just goes and grabs one image or someone who grabs a ton of different images? And I think you could argue and say that like the big diff is, one is training a machine to do its job a bit better, because every time you go and like generate something, it learns a little bit from that. It's kind of like the snowball effect.
I mean, there's also the fact that like if you're using an image for personal use, it's, I guess, less problematic. But like in terms of image generation, the reason, like, there's a couple reasons not to use generative AI just for your personal use either. And those are more about the amount of sheer power it takes to run AI. It's environmentally bad. The server power that's required, the electricity that's required, the water usage is not great. So if you want to be better, like to the environment, maybe don't, because it takes a lot of server power to run this stuff. A lot of like inputting, the formulas, the programming they have to put into this AI to make it work is quite frankly remarkable. I won't deny it, but it takes a lot of power. So I would say that you're better off just finding a stock image or like a general picture of a wizard online, and just, if you're using it personally, you're not going to claim it as your own, it's just your own private use, that's, or there's other sites, and I think I mentioned this to Phantom when we talked about it. I'm going to mention it again because I love it. There's like avatar making sites like PicCrew and Doll Divine and other things where you can like make a character from, some artist made a bunch of assets and they put it together, and you can like switch things around, add this hair of these eyes or whatever, and that can work too to get you started. And a lot of artists did it for free. So if you're worried about paying for it, you don't have to pay for that either. Usually.
Yeah, true.
I
know
God,
some people
the amount
have
of shit we
seeing
do
some
for
pretty
free.
interesting comments here. Like Bacchus writes in at this point only like AI for memes, like weird, crappy, alien-like sketches, dog shite decks for card games, and funny name generators like for light novels. So I mean, for the lulz, yeah, I mean, I get that because some of that stuff is so nightmare-inducing. It is kind of perfect for those little memes out there. This says, yeah, I kind of use it for, for references or jumping off points, which I know I have some people who do that. Even my ma, actually, has often said that she uses, like, ChatGPT to get started with writing certain documents just to kind of get the juices flowing. I think, in like both regards, it can be careful because I know a lot of people now are starting to, like, feed in, like, wrong information to some of these things, especially the writing ones.
Oh yeah. Whatever use it for factual stuff, it won't.
Yeah. Which is funny now because it's like I remember when we were in high school being told how we shouldn't use Wikipedia, for sources and all that. And now it seems like Wikipedia has become more of like a legit service that needs to be protected versus like AI stuff. It's just wild how things change.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know something scary that I heard the other day that I'm pretty sure I'm like 90% sure is factually correct. There are people in college right now who are studying to get like nursing degrees who are using ChatGPT and other tools to basically write essays for them and not actually put in the work.
And so they keep getting caught, and it's so funny.
Yeah, but some of these people are getting degrees. So I think that it's important to note, and I mean, I'm going to go off on search engines in a bit about this. It's important to note that a lot of the things that people use ChatGPT for or use generative AI for or whatever, there are alternatives out there that existed prior to it that work just as well if you know what to look for. Now, unfortunately, Google used to be a good search engine, but now it's kind of garbled as heck, and it's hard to find the things you used to be able to find on it. But like, there are prompt starters, writing prompt starters of all kinds. There's inspirational tips. There's like forms. There's templates for things all over the place. Resume templates, cover letter templates. All of these things, if you're like, I don't know how to start, I'm just going to let ChatGPT do it. No, just like type blah, blah, blah template, blah, blah, blah example, and you'll probably find it. You don't need the AI. You don't need ChatGPT. It's all already there and it's been there. It's just being pushed as this new shiny toy that everybody needs, and they want to keep pushing it because people make money off of it if it's pushed, right? So it's like feeding the capitalism machine. So I mean, I guarantee you there's resources out there because writers have been writing on the internet since it started, and there's a prompt for everything. I guarantee it. So I think, and that one I also say, because I know your mom sometimes has trouble getting started. There are and always have been prompts available, and you can find them. And I know your mom can find them.
But that's besides the point. Yeah, she can.
I'm just saying, like, you can do it. Like, you are capable. I trust all of you to be able to find it. You don't always have to rely on on AI to do it for you. Like, you can do it. I guess maybe that's the way I feel about it, is that sometimes people, it's a lot. Sometimes you don't know where to start. You get overwhelmed. You're like, well, what do I do? Where do I go from here? I got no idea. I'm stuck. I can't think of anything. There are people that have been right where you are, and there are tools for you, and I can guarantee you can find them and you can do it, That's my feeling on it, is it's like, I want to do these things with my hands. I want to do it because the feeling of accomplishment I get out of having done it myself is greater than just getting the job done quickly for me.
Like Knuckles does with this cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working. I swear to God, I'm working on it. I swear, I am. One line at a time. I know. I was working on the hard cup. This coffee pot was the hard part. Truly, because there's like weird lines that I have to like actually going to draw that.
Yeah, Baka's saying here, don't generate images in place of that lack of skill. It's just a personal frustration.
Yeah.
Tangentially related to the topic at hand. Because they also said they want to learn how to draw, but their dang schedule of always being on call for chores makes them feel like they don't have time to dedicate to it.
Yeah, it is rough, man. I'm going to see if maybe what I can do then, if people are interested in that sort of thing. I can try to post on my Tumblr, like, exercises, like things you can do.
There's also the Discord. All these people are on Discord, too.
That's true, yeah. If you're on the Discord, I can post those things, too. I can just give, like, an exercise, like, in terms of drawing techniques. Because I used to do, like, if you have, like, what I'm doing here, this is obviously, like, taking a lot of time, and I'm taking my time with it. But, like, if you want to just practice your drawing muscles, there's ways to sit down and do it for, like, 10 minutes. Or just like what I used to do and still do sometimes. I just carry like pencil and paper with me, and then when I have a spare moment, I just start doodling something. So that's also something that you can do. I mean, if you obviously like getting sessions to just draw, like do life drawing or whatever, like exercises that's like an hour long is great. But you don't have to. That's not required. And you can still improve a little bit every day. Even if you don't get that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just like this line on his face.
Yeah, I'm just doing. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I think it's time for me to draw the shoes now.
Yay! Drawing those little Lego shoes.
What's going on with his mouth? Yep, there we go. Okay. I will draw the shoes now. The Lego shoes, as they've been dubbed. There we go. I mean, I say all these things because I really genuinely do feel as though everybody who wants to learn how to draw, like, you can do it, and it doesn't matter how good you get, like, as long as you enjoy it, you know, and you enjoy making something and getting that feeling of having made something with your hands. And, you know, you improve a little bit every day, you know, you do, even if you can't see it. Actually, the fun part about being an artist, and I say fun with slight sarcasm, is the point where you're like reaching a breaking point where like your eyes are better than your hands and you know what is wrong with your art, but you can't physically fix it yet because you're not skilled enough. That's the best. But then eventually you hit a point where you're like, oh yeah, everything I make is sweet, because like you kind of, it's like a yo-yo effect. So yeah, don't be too discouraged if like you're looking at your art and you're like, oh, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't look correct. Because it's like, well, that means you knew what to look for. You know about your art. You know how to like see. You've got an eye to be like, well, this should actually look like this and this should actually look like that. That's good. You know, that's good to be able to do with your art, because then it means that you can know where to improve, what to work on.
ADS wrote in, by the way, not a fun fact, they almost died this week apparently. Their mom's car transistor could have exploded when they were inside it is all. So okay, they're not hurt physically, just the potential for
that is
hurt.
Yikes. I'm glad you're okay, and that's really scary. Dude, wow. Well, I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay. Was the car able to be fixed? Like, is that being taken care of, or what's going on with that?
Guess we'll find out.
What's going on with that?
But yes, we're all glad you're okay here too.
Yeah, geez, like that is very scary. Yeah, that's no joke. The last time I was in anything car related, I was like feeling tense when I was in a car for a while too.
It's at the repair shop. Okay, good.
Okay, good. Yeah.
That's where it belongs right now.
That is where. Yeah, I was gonna say that is where it currently belongs. Stay there until it's fixed. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're okay, man. Jeez, please. Okay. Should I just try to finish lining this by the end of the show?
I believe in you.
I'm getting there. I have to do these dumb Lego things. What the frick is this?
You have 16 minutes.
I do? I really have that much time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll have time for
color. I feel a little better now. I don't know if I'll have time for color. But, yeah. at least I'll have time to finish this. Finish the line. I don't think I've ever finished a piece on stream yet. You guys saw me do Denki?
Yeah.
Color, but I didn't even finish that. Like, I just did the liner and some basic color.
Fine.
And then we showed off that bit later. If you want, I could just work on this next time too and color and finish it.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you want to finish it on stream or not, up to you.
I also, like, up to me, sure, but it's also like I have a bunch of stuff that I can draw and work on. I always have stuff. So what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see me finish this, or do you want to see me work on something else? Because this will be it'll be the third week in a row that I'm drawing Sonic stuff.
Well,
so I don't know if people want to see something else, Well,
that'll be in 2 weeks from now. So we'll see. If you want to keep drawing Knuckles going forward or something else. But yeah, leave it up to you.
Up to me? Oh gosh, I hate when it's up to me. I never know what to do.
I mean, you're the host.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, the ant writes in, draw FNAF. Joking.
Are you joking? I mean,
you never know with the Ant. They've had that Freddy as their avatar for as long as I've known them on this site. They're half joking.
Half joking. Okay.
So draw FNAF. Ha 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 ha. Unless.
JK, unless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baka adds in that they've been watching a bunch of art tutorial things, so they got some ideas, which is cool, of how things work generally.
Yeah.
Catching my shoulder up and refining whatever part of the brain artists use. Yeah, I think it's just stubbornness is a big part of it. Speaking from my own artist experience.
Stubbornness? What do you mean?
The refusal to ever stop, like they keep going.
Artists?
Well, yeah, because
you mean
like artists in general.
To just keep working on it.
Stubbornness, tenacity. If you want to be more, proper with the phrasing.
I mean, I was confused. Sorry, I just was like, what? But yeah, you just got to keep at it. And honestly, though, let me tell you, there are going to be some days where you don't draw. Like, I know a lot of people are like, you have to draw every day, and I'm like, that's so harmful. If like you're in a bad mental space and you just can't do it, that's really harmful to say to somebody. Like, there are going to be some days where it's like, I can't do it. And that's okay. You should still, you can try most of the days, but you might need to take a break with just like everything else. Like if you start an exercise routine, or anything, like you have to have a rest day in there. And that's the same for artists too. You need to have rest.
Dedication is the polite way to say stubborn. They're not wrong.
Sure.
Bach also suggests Charles Barkley versus Godzilla. The thing is, you joke about that, and I should have brought this up earlier, but I know Lodom said that there was a comic coming out about Godzilla versus Chicago. Godzilla's versus everything. I still want to go see Godzilla versus Skater Park Kids, which I know was released.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I've talked it before on stream. I just haven't had the time or money to go into it yet.
That sounds like fun, though. Yeah. Oops. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. That is indeed a foot.
I am drawing the shoe.
Yes.
I love how I started on the feet and now I'm ending on the feet.
This is the way.
I actually do like drawing shoes.
Oh, yeah? Better than feet?
Yeah,
I mean hands?
Yes, I like it better than drawing hands. I think shoes are fun. They can have a lot of cool designs.
I just think they're neat.
I think cool shoes are cool, and yeah, also, I don't like drawing toes. So, I like drawing shoes.
Baka is saying they're just joking about the dedication thing. I'm just a goober. I'm not joking. Dedication is a polite way of being stubborn. I like that. I like that a lot. I might use that.
It's fair. Sometimes you just gotta be stubborn about things. Okay. Oh boy, alright. This Lego brick thingy-mabob or whatever it is. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bracken wrote this lovely thing, and I just enjoy hearing you talk about your work and watching it happen. Drawing is not a skill I fostered, so I love watching a close friend work her magic, right?
Aw, thank you for calling it magic.
It is magic.
I mean, I guess it looks like magic.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it kind of feels mundane. You know, like, I've just been doing it for so long, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it then.
Ta-da!
There he is.
Where's the numbers?
Pretty sure. Let me just... Numbers?
Yeah, how do you know which colors go where? Where's the paint by numbers?
Actually, I didn't. There's one thing I forgot.
No. Has Jade ever done pixel art before? Technically, yes.
I have.
Technically, yes.
I've actually...
I'll get it from her fridge.
I've actually done a pixel animation before, yeah.
That too, yeah. But I consider this pixel animation or pixel art.
Hang on.
Wait, do you have a piece of my pixel art somewhere? Is that what's happening right now? What's going on? There he is. I'm gonna save before it dies.
Ages ago, Jade made this beaded version of Applejack.
I guess technically that is pixel art. You're right.
It is technically pixel art. Because even when we created this in Minecraft, after you did it, so that was so cool. But yeah, is it perler beads? Is that what this material is called? But yeah,
perler beads. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, I love how this came out. It looks great. It's been made in our fridge for the longest time. So yeah, there you go. Nice example right there.
Is that the right color?
Bracken writes it. I imagine if you were to ever watch me get hit in the head with a stop sign, it would look like magic to you. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen one of your matches. I think actually I've seen a recording of you wrestling once upon a time. It was cool.
Yeah, honestly, I full legit, like, pro wrestling, like, if it's done well enough, I wince. It looks like they're really hurting themselves, like, legitimately. But a lot of that is, like, stage magic, which is so cool. So I'm totally with you on that one.
Yeah. Phantom just wrote in that they want to thank us all because they have successfully made it. They have, pardon me, make sure I enunciate this correctly. They want to thank all of us because they have successfully made it 1 year without wanting to, and they say this in a PG way, leave early. And while they are not out of the woods, they are thankful to be here. And we are thankful for you to be here as well. I did not know that.
I'm glad you're here too. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah.
And many more years. Good ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Better come back.
Yep. And honestly, at this point, I'm making a requirement that you have to stick around long enough to at least come say hi to us at least once in person. Because I want to give you the biggest of bear hugs.
That's right. Now we have
Especially after hearing
now
that.
we need to give you a hug. I agree.
Yeah.
Give you a hug and maybe make some tea and chat. So you have to come see us.
Yep.
At some point.
And the longer you wait, the more years I'll require, you to be around. Because let's say, like, every year you make, could be another, another separate bear hug at some point. So it's just gonna like bankroll it.
Bankroll the bear hugs. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Flint does give great hugs, by the way. I highly recommend his hugs to anybody who wants. Who's interested. Yeah.
I'm a professional hugger.
Honestly, I feel that is a thing. Professional huggers and cuddlers are a thing, and I think that Flint would be good at it.
Yeah.
Very snippy.
But yeah, other things I saw here were in the end saying they find themselves to be better with pixel art than any other art forms. And you know what? That's
legitimate.
Yeah, that's legit. There's nothing to be afraid about, saying you're better at at bit art, because it takes a talent. There's some crazy artworks out there,
Oh my gosh, yes, bit art is legitimate. It's no less artistic than any other form of art, and there are some people doing really, really crazy crap with that stuff. I gotta find some artists and post them on the Discord later. I should be posting more stuff on the Discord in general of people that do that and do some really cool things with pixel art. So it's totally, you should absolutely 100%. Keep doing like pixel art. Don't stop. You keep doing that. Don't listen to Knuckles. Keep doing it. He says no. I say yes. Sweet. Now shoes are like, they're not. They're like orangey, kind of. Oh my god. They're not red, but there's something else. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go back and do color corrections later. But I did start coloring. Ha! See?
Gotta give him his clown shoes. I see there.
Oh my god! Ever since you pointed out the shoes to me, like how they have Mickey Mouse shoes, and I made fun of Kingdom Hearts for doing that. Like, why don't I make fun of Sonic for doing that? I'm like, oh man, I've played myself.
Yes, you have.
No.
Still can't pick up Kingdom Hearts game. I feel too ashamed.
I'm sorry. I would like to, although I won't lie, I will make fun of it mostly because the plot is so confusing. That is the reason. I will make fun
that
of
is like a slightly legit thing to make fun of.
I've tried to okay, let me see if I can figure out how this is supposed to go in video essays, and I'm like, I am no less confused than when I started this. I don't know, man, if I could freaking...
Yeah.
If I could do that. I'm sorry.
Well, it doesn't help that the guy writing it ends every single one on a cliffhanger that he doesn't really know when he writes the initial cliffhanger what it means. It's more so like, oh, I put down something that I think is going to be cool, and then I figure it out later.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
What's annoying? What kind of writing technique is that?
I don't know, but see, the real joy thing for me for Kingdom Hearts is really in like the moment to moment, where it's about the destination. I mean, it's about the journey, not the destination, because the destination's always leaving you wanting like more answers to be, to the questions that keep being thrown at us.
There's none.
No.
There's none.
Is there a TeePublic?
Did they ever start a game and then not answer the questions they had posed in the last game? Because that will drive me crazy.
They've done a few games where they pose a question at the start and then don't really give you an answer till the very end.
Okay, I'll at least they eventually get there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would hate for them to I'm setting up, like you said, a cliffhanger. Setting up a cliffhanger. And then that stuff that you were wondering about doesn't actually get addressed, at all. Even though there's a cliffhanger, relevant to it, that would make me mad. I don't think I could deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the cliffhangers was technically, in the second game that come out before what was called Kingdom Hearts 2, it was Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which was only on the Game Boy Advance at the time. Its whole plot was really set inside this castle that ultimately you found out doesn't truly matter because all of Sora's memories are erased from the events. He goes into it without his actual friends, so none of them really there knows what happened. And the people that are involved are barely around in the next one. So it's kind of like a whole journey where it basically sets up where Sora is in the next game. So technically it is for the players kind of important to go through, but it feels so defeating that the whole journey, which is a interesting, fun game, is also I don't want to say retconned, but erased from the timeline by the time you get to Kingdom Hearts 2. It's all these moments are gone, tears in the rain.
It was all just a dream.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Oh, what's this? Yeah. Me trying to understand singular point, the road trip to Florida, not the arrival at Florida. Florida is weird. Yep, exactly. I like that. And Phantom writes in, by the way, in the D&D game I run, I have started laying the breadcrumbs to a few FNAF missions. Cool! It's not the FNAF campaign I want to run that you inspired me to make, but it will be a taste. That's cool. Looking forward to using the stats you made for the animatronics. As am I. I still can't believe how many of those I have put out there. I know. Like, God. It could almost be on its own little tiny PDF. That'd be a little kind of like...
You are currently spoiled book. For choice. Yes.
You are. I made so many stashies for different animatronics to the point that I don't know if I can make any more without being like, just use this one from back here. It does the same thing, just change out the appearance. I've translated every stat sheet up to FNAF 6 into DC 20. That's cool. Is that something that only you can use, or is it something that like anyone can use on DC 20? I'm kind of curious. And yes, Bach, I think it is. I do hope it also goes well for you, PG. Look at them shoes. The shoes are colored. Kind of remind me of Ronald McDonald's shoes.
Yeah.
With Lego bricks on top.
I'm gonna... that much, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Oops. Is that wrong? Also, this is... I do this too, where it's like I put the base color down and then I tweak it later. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, his fur is a little bit wrong too. I could make him green. He's not like purple. Oh, what happened? Whoops. What'd I do?
Did it all crash?
No, I just...
What's that? What's that, Tifa?
Timmy stuck at the end of the wheel? Timmy stuck at the bottom of the wheel?
Is Tifa here to remind us that it's now been officially 2 hours?
Has it? Oh. Is this the right color? You know what? I'm just going to start with
Green that. Knuckles, original character, do not steal.
Oh my god. It is fun to just color wheel things and just go ham, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, you're just whining.
She's upset.
She's upsetty spaghetti.
What? She knows she gets attention if she whines now. That's why she does it.
How can you say no to this dog?
Like this? No.
No.
Like this? No.
No.
Oh, so they're beta testing it. That's cool. Time traveler kicks a stone. Modern day. Knuckles has always been green.
Oh no.
What, baby?
Talking to Tifa.
Talking to Tifa. Tifa has something very important to say.
What is that?
Tifa, what is that, huh? What's up, girl?
What's important?
Huh? We want to say to the world. Huh? I see. Uh-huh. Go on. Oh, you don't say.
What is she? I can't hear her.
That's
What's going on out there?
That's the joke. She's not saying anything. She's not even whining.
She's not even whining now?
No, because I'm scratching her head.
What? She just wanted to screech.
What? Oh no. Oh gosh! No! No! You gotta get me!
Well, he's been he's dead. Flint is dead. Now what do I do? All right, everybody. Should I take over the channel?
Rah.
Because he's dead. What do I do?
Welcome to the brand new Tifa cam.
Tifa cam. If we set up a Tifa cam, would anyone watch it?
Are you kidding me? Of course they would.
I wonder sometimes, you know? I mean, maybe somebody would.
Is that you on camera, Tifa?
Can she recognize her own reflection?
Yeah, I think she's kind of. I'm following her with the camera, and she's like fascinated by it. Oh, do you see yourself?
Oh. Does she recognize her own reflection? That is a sign of intelligence.
Yeah, of course she's very intelligent.
She's smart.
Yeah.
She's also a brat. Too smart for her own good.
Whoa. She's just playing with the camera.
She's fighting with the camera?
She's playing with the camera.
Because she sees another corgi and there she wants to play with. I want to play with that corgi over there.
Is that you, Tifa? Is that you?